Okay, 1948 on the 16th of the 3rd, 2020. I just want to talk about something. It's not about the coronavirus. It's got something to kind of do with it, but that's not the focus of what I want to explain. I really want to explain is something I noticed about myself amidst the growing chaos of this new pandemic that's hit the world. So, I was on the way home from school. I was catching a train, and there was a few transits. And so on my last transit, the last train I had to take, there's only 2 stops from Pottery to Bloomsfield. I hopped on the train. It was packed because it was the peak hour when everyone's going home. And yeah, so I hopped in the packed train. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. You got to do it. And um, as we were on the train, there was this one dude, and he was kind of coughing. He was coughing. Yeah, because he was, and I looked over, and he was holding his shirt up like this and coughing. So like you could honor that. He's being mindful and respectful to everyone, knowing that he's got a cough. Whether he's sick with the pandemic outbreak or not, who knows? It doesn't matter. But as he started coughing, I noticed that I got a bit worried. I was like, "Oh shit, is this guy gonna be a problem?" And then I felt in myself, I started to get defensive. And of course, as people start to worry, and I looked around as well. People were getting worried. They were concerned, and some were giving him looks and all that stuff. But what I noticed about myself was when I started to feel a bit like worried and defensive because of another person, I took myself out of my thinking. Like, how do I say this? I stopped myself, and then I realized. Well, I thought, damn, why am I being defensive? Or why am I being worried and stuff? Because I built these habits through going through like lots of situations where, you gotta watch how you behave. Well, not watch how you behave, but you gotta be aware of how you are in certain situations. Because if you're just always in defense and all that, it's going to be harder to get to know people or to meet people or to find opportunities. Because if you're closing yourself off, you lose opportunities. So through a lot of things in life, I've always tried to be a bit more open, a bit more accepting, a bit more strong against what may be out there. So this guy was coughing. At first, I was reacting and I was being like, oh shit. I was a bit worried. I was a bit concerned. I was like, oh man, I hope this guy doesn't get me sick. But then I stopped, and then I thought, and I was like, there's a good chance that many of us out there will get sick, and it won't just be this one sickness that is making some news around, or at least around me. I don't know how it is around the rest of the world. The news here where I live says that it's affecting the rest of the world, but I haven't talked to the rest of the world, so I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I was a bit concerned, I was defensive, and I was worried just because this guy was coughing. And luckily, in that moment, in that second, I thought, wait, why am I being like this? Because it's like, for example, when I know I have to find or talk to someone because, I don't know, for example, I need to talk to them because they know something that I need, or, I gotta meet someone and I'm not sure who they are. If I'm being defensive and closed, I lose the opportunity quickly. So, I don't know, it's just an old habit I got. So, when I realized how I was reacting, I stopped and I was like, wait, you know what? He's probably just sick. And as long as I'm just being careful, I'm being hygienic and clean, there's nothing to worry about. Because I am generally clean and hygienic, nothing to worry about. And I felt peace. Whereas he kept coughing, and I noticed everyone, and they were still concerned. And then I could feel how everyone was feeling. They were a bit worried, and I could feel this sense of wanting to isolate this guy or boycott him or something like that. And I'll be honest, like, in that split second when I was being a bit defensive, and I guess there was still a bit of that lingering, and then I was seeing how everyone's reacting. I felt this mob mentality want to take over me, and it's like, we should all get together and kick this guy off the train. Yeah, he's gonna get us all sick. We can't let that slide. We can't accept that. He needs to leave. Like I could feel like something in me wanna join everyone if they were gonna do it and go against this one dude just because he happened to be, a bit sick. And it was really sad because when I felt it and I was thinking about it, I was like, man, this is sad. Like, don't be like that. So I just want to talk about how I'm proud that I could at least master my reaction in that moment. I've mastered my reactions in many other type of situations and moments, but something like this, even though it's very common, like sometimes it catches you off guard. And I was about to slip. I guess I did slip for about a split second, but I quickly picked up and I was like, you know what? Don't be like that. Don't be a fool. You should be in control of yourself and how you react. And yeah, so I just want to talk about how I still have mastery over my reactions given the sun situations, because that's very important in the heat of the moment when you can control your reactions and be calm to make better decisions. Because I was making a better decision there. Well, whatever decision I made then wouldn't have mattered because we're just on the train going home. But still, if it had been a worse situation and I was panicking or being filled with fear and just reacting, I may lose the opportunity to make better decisions. So yeah, I'm just proud that I've got the mastery there. And I guess one thing that makes me proud of it is because, in that moment when I did realize what was happening and I quickly changed up, I saw myself being the person that I want to be, a master, at least a master of himself. Signing out.